Laws of chemical combinations. There are 4 laws of chemical combinations. How many laws? There are 4 laws of chemical combination. Number 1 is law of conservation of mass. Number 2nd is law of definite proportion. Number 3rd is law of multiple proportions. And number 4 is law of reciprocal proportions. There are 4 laws of chemical combination, and here we discuss about law of conservation of mass, which is the first law of chemical combination. The French chemist Lavoisier, 1785, tried to learn about chemical changes by weighing the quantities of the substance. Matter undergoes changes. It has been found that in all chemical changes there is no change in the mass of the substance being changed. For example, in iron, increase in weight on rusting is because of its combination with oxygen from the air. An increase in weight is exactly equal to the weight of oxygen combined. The first law of conservation of mass statement is, in any chemical reaction, the initial weight of reacting substance is equal to the weight of the product. It means reactant is equals to product, that there is no change in the mass. Now we discuss about an example. If the hydrogen and oxygen are weighed before they unite, it will be found that their combined weight is equal to the weight of water. You see in the picture, here is a jar which is filled with hydrogen and oxygen. When they unite and it will combine, it formed water. You see both jar before reaction and after reaction. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water, but there is no change in the chemical reaction, or you can say there is no change in the mass of hydrogen and oxygen. Now we discuss about it practical verification. Practical verification gave us German chemist H. Lindolt studied about 15 different chemical reactions with a great skill to the validity of the law of conservation of mass. He took H-shaped tube and filled 2 limbs, A and B. The limb A filled with silver nitrate and the B with hydrochloric acid. The tube was sealed and the material could not escape outside. The tube was weighed initially in a vertical position so that the solution should not intermix with each other, and the reactant were mixed by inverting and shaking the tube. The tube was weighed after mixing on the formation of white pipette of silver chloride. He observed that the weight remained same. You just see in the equation silver nitrate plus hydrochloric acid, and the product is silver chloride and nitric acid. Thus the total mass of the substance before the reaction is equal to the total mass of the substance after the reaction. the relationship between mass, that is loss, and the energy, that is released, given us by, in ordinary chemical changes, relatively small amount of energy is released, which is evident to us as heat and radiation. This mass change is too small that no one has yet been able to detect through weighing techniques. Albert Einstein explaining E is equals to mc, where E is the energy in ergs, m is the mass in grams, and c is the velocity of light in centimeter per second. He said, in nuclear changes, uranium atom undergo fission break up into smaller atoms. Thus, the total mass of the product is noticeably less than that of a starting material. This relationship between mass, thus is loss, and energy, that is release, is given by this equation. This is also valid, but the law of conservation of mass is also valid, but it's not required for law of conservation of mass. But this relationship is also valid. I hope you understand this topic.